Okay, here's number 5 off of your quiz. Still got a couple binomials that are multiplying. So I do 4z times z. That'll give me 4z squared. Then I got 4z times 2. That'll give me 8z. And then I got to go back and distribute my negative 9. Be sure you're distributing negative 9 because that'll change your answer. Negative 9 times z is negative 9z. And then negative 9 times 2 is negative 18. Once again, I've got some like terms to combine here in the middle, as you typically will when you multiply a couple of binomials together. And so when you combine like terms, you just keep your 4z squared. We have a positive 8 and a negative 9, so that's going to give me negative 1z in total, or just negative z, and then just bring down your negative 18. So we got 4z squared minus z minus 18. So again, here's another one to hit pause and try out on your own. So I'm assuming that you went ahead and hit pause. So let's distribute 6x times 3x is 18x squared. And then I got 6x times 4 is 24x. Then I got to go back and distribute again. It's a negative 3. So negative 3 times 3x is negative 9x. Oops, sorry, I forgot to put my x here when I distributed 6x times 4. Go back and slip my x in there. All right, going back to our negative 3. Negative 3 times 4, we get negative 12. And then we got to go back and combine our like terms. All right, so I got a 24x and a negative 9x. So that's going to keep my 18x squared out in front. 24 minus 9 is positive 15. Keep your x. Minus 12 just comes down from right here. That's your answer. Alright, so here was number 6 from your guys' quiz. So again, to do this guy, all we're going to do is distribute. Y times y squared would be y cubed. We got y times y is y squared. And y times negative 1 is negative y. Then we go on to distribute our 2. 2 times y squared is 2y squared. 2 times y is 2y, and then we finally got 2 times negative 1, which is negative 2. Now we got to go through and combine all of our like terms. I've only got one y cubed, so I just rewrite it. Now I've got some y squareds. I got a y squared right here, and I got a y squared right here. So we got 1y squared plus 2y squared gives me 3y squared. Then I go and I look for my y's. I got a negative y right here. I got a positive 2y here, so negative y plus 2y is just 1y. And then I only have one constant, so I just rewrite my negative 2 down here. And that's my answer, y cubed plus 3y squared plus y minus 2. Go ahead and hit pause and try this one out on your own. Alright, so I'm assuming you tried this on your own now. So we are going to just distribute 2x times 3x squared will be 6x cubed. We got 2x times negative 2x is negative 4x squared. And then 2x times 1 is 2x. Then we got to go through and distribute our 3. 3 times 3x squared is 9x squared. We got 3 times negative 2x, which is negative 6x. And then finally, 3 times 1 is 3. And again, go back and combine all your like terms. This is the only x cubed I have, so just rewrite it. I've got some x squareds. I got negative 4x squared, and I got positive 9x squared. That's going to combine to positive 5x squared. And then I got a positive 2x and a negative 6x. 2 minus 6 is negative 4x. And then I've got my 3 to just rewrite because it doesn't have a like term. Number 7 from your quiz was kind of a special case of distributing. We find out that when we distribute our x times x is x squared. We do x times negative 5 for negative 5x. Then when we distribute our 5 times x is 5x. And then 5 times negative 5 is negative 25. And the reason that this is a special case is because when we combine our like terms, we notice that negative 5x and 5x will actually just cancel each other out. So our answer is just simply x squared minus 25. So go ahead and hit pause and try this one out on your own. All right, assuming you hit pause. Again, this is one of those special cases. So x times x is x squared. X times negative 6 is negative 6x. Then as we distribute our 6, we get 6x. And 6 times negative 6 is negative 36. And again, when we combine our like terms, we find out that a negative 6x and a positive 6x will cancel each other out. So our answer is just simply x squared minus 36. Number 8 off of your quiz was another kind of a special example. Now this time we had a binomial that was getting squared. And when we square something, that means to multiply it by itself. Like if I were to tell you to tell me what 3 squared is, in your head, you would do 3 times itself to get 9. That's going to be exactly what we do here, except now the entire binomial is getting squared because it's in parentheses. So when 5y minus 6 gets squared, that literally means 5y minus 6 times itself. 5y minus 6. And so now we just have to go and distribute like we've been doing. So 5y times 5y is 25y squared. 5y times negative 6 is negative 30y. Then we distribute right here with our negative 6 times 5y is negative 30y. And then we have negative 6 times negative 6 is positive 36. So now I have to combine my like terms. I got a negative 30y and another negative 30y. Those don't cancel because they're both negative. To cancel, one of them would need to be a plus sign. So because they are both negative, I'm going to have to combine them. So I keep my 25y squared. When I combine my negative 30y's, that would be negative 60y. And then just bring down your plus 36. All right, here's number 9 from your quiz. Now, there's another one where a binomial is getting squared, which really means that we got to take 8m plus 3 and multiply it by itself. But there's also a shortcut that you guys could do if you would want to here. So I want to do this one using the shortcut. What you guys need to do here is you need to square both the front term and the back term. So 8m squared would be 64, because that's 8 squared, and m squared is m squared. And then when we do this 3 squared, we're going to get 9. And notice I left a little space in the middle because we're going to also have a third term in here. Now, to figure out what that third term is, it's kind of a two-step process. First, we got to take our 8m and our 3, and we need to multiply them together. So 8m times 3 is 24m. But we saw from our last example that we really get that middle term twice. So now I need to take this 24m and double it. So when I double 24m, I'm going to get 48m. Again, that's just a shortcut way of doing it. You could have just written it out like 8m plus 3 times itself. And you could have just gone and distributed the way that we always do, and after you combine like terms, you still would have come up with this answer. So you can try to do this one with or without the shortcut, because I'll show it in both ways. For this one, I'm going to try to show it with the shortcut first. So go ahead and hit pause and try it on your own. All right, assuming that you tried it on your own now, to do the shortcut, you got to square the front term and the back term. So 3x squared is actually 9x squared. And when I take negative 4 and I square it, it becomes positive 16. Remember, when you square something, it always is positive. Now to come up with this term that we're missing in the middle, I got to take my 3x times negative 4. So 3x times negative 4 is negative 12x. And I got to take that answer and double it to negative 24x. And that's my answer. Now, if you didn't like doing it in the shortcut way, try it without the shortcut. When 3x minus 4 is getting squared, you got to really do 3x minus 4 times itself. So go ahead and hit pause for a second and try that out on your own without the shortcut if you want. All right, so I'm assuming you did that. So we take 3x times 3x is 9x squared, and 3x times negative 4 is negative 12x. Then we got to distribute our negative 4 as well. So negative 4 times 3x is another negative 12x. And negative 4 times negative 4 is positive 16. Then we got to combine our like terms. I got a couple of negative 12x's. Again, they won't cancel because they both are negative. So they're going to combine to negative 24x, which makes our answer 9x squared minus 24x plus 16.